As we are getting set to start the second quarter. Defenders with the ball. Luther Page. And the turnover will give the ball to the Orange Walk Running Rebels, who trails by 9 points. Bradley. Isaiah Thomas defended there by Luther Page. Thomas. Looking as he goes to Sidney Bradley. Bradley deep in the paint with the layup. The left-hand layup, it's no good. Brian White fighting for the offensive glass. Sidney Bradley make the touch, and it will be Orange Walk ball as the ball went off the bottom of the backboard. 7 seconds to shoot for the Rebels. In the first quarter, 10 turnover, as I mentioned, committed by the Orange Walk Running Rebels. Brian White. 5 to shoot. Tyree Orozco. Defended there by Luther Page. Orozco trying to find Brian White in the paint as the ball goes off the hand of that's Matthew Young. The ball goes off the hands of Matthew Young. Yet another turnover here in the first half. 11 turnovers in the half by the Orange Walk Running Rebels.
Yes, and the Running Rebels somehow find themselves only down 9 because they've been getting timely shooting by that guy, the IT technician, Isaiah Thomas. As he sees Zoe.
That's Tablada.
Corner 3. Air ball. Here comes the Brian White fast break. Euro. Off the glass, no good. Good defense here by the defenders. Here comes Page. Bounce pass. Hevel Tablada gets it back to DSP. He's stripped. Here comes Sid the Kid. Sid the Kid to Brian White. Brian White draws the foul, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
And the foul will be called on number 11, John Kelly. Brian White, 54.5% free throw shooter in the 2020 NEBL season. His first free throw is up, and it's no good. And free throw so far for the Orange Walk Running Rebels, 1 out of 7 for 14%, compared to 10 out of 14 for 71% for the defenders, as Brian White made good on the second free throw.
8-point game. John Kelly splits the defense, doesn't get it to go, but he gets his own putback. That is just poor box out, especially when you have Brian White in there. Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah. Offensive foul. Is it?
I think it's a defensive foul. Call on John Kelly. And John is giving away a lot of body to Matthew Young, as we now see Nigel Jones back in the ball game. Coming out, Luther Page. Technical foul call on Coach Matthew Smiling.
The animated Matthew Smiling doesn't like the call. Last week it was Darren Popolesli and company getting in it. Now it's this week, Matthew Smiling.
So Isaiah Thomas will be at the free throw line shooting the technical. 10-point lead for the defenders here in the first half. Isaiah Thomas' first free throw up, and it's good. Isaiah Thomas shooting 75% from the free throw line.
Sid the Kid with the inbound. Dangerous bounce pass, but someone gets it to Brian White, who scores, and the lead is now 7.
Brian White that time using his wide body to shield off Rasa Jenkins for creating the passing lane for Sidney Bradley.
Tablada. John Kelly had some space. Farron Laureano, good screen. In and out.
Was Nigel Jones with the three ball. Nigel Jones with the steal.
It's just uncharacteristic turnovers by Brian White here tonight.
12 turnovers in the half.
And I think it's about 3 or 4 by Brian White alone. Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah baseline, what a pass! Brian White is blocked. And ball will remain with the Rebels.
Devin Daly checking back into the ball game with Luther Page and also Michael Zul. For the defenders, Orange walk with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Said the kid with the inbound, getting ready for the inbound. As you see, Smiling barking orders at Zul. Definitely not happy about something. More confusion as the ref is speaking to Smiling on the bench. So you see huddle by the defenders as the referees converge at the scorers table.
So we have 9 seconds on the 24-second shot clock when play resumes here inside the Belize Civic Center by the river.
This is the second time in about 5 minutes that we've had stoppage in play with these extended meetings by the referees. As you see, Buddy Nalberto to big shot there by Brandon Flores, who gives the Belpan Bandits a 19-7 lead. But just like last week, what a shot there by Chengo to cut into the lead to 10 points. But we saw a double-digit lead for the Bandits just squandered away last week when they were playing the Hurricanes. So it's not how the Bandits start, it's how they finish.
As play resumes here inside the Civic Center.
Good defense, smothering defense by Devin Daly and Isaiah Thomas.
24-second shot clock violation. Not a good offensive set that time by the Orange Walk Running Rebels. Just couldn't get a shot off in 9 seconds against the stifling defense of the defenders.
You just gotta call this team Lockdown City. That is what they are. Smothering defense is what they take pride in, these defenders. Nigel Jones gets it to Zul. Good 2-3 zone here. What a pass inside. And that's how you break down the zone. Timely passing. As you see, Farron Laureano, 51.2% from the field, adds another juice to his remarkable NEBL career.
Michael Zul with the ability to break down the defense, then find the wide open guy in the like of his captain, Farron Laureano, with a beautiful touch, bounce pass, and Farron Laureano making good with the layup.
Nigel Jones thought about the three. Good swing around the perimeter. Nigel, good swing to the other side. Daly Show up top, no good. Big offensive rebound. Farron Laureano, beautiful finger roll. This guy knows how to finish.
Second chance opportunity here in the first half. Killing the Orange Walk Running Rebels along with turnovers.
Still only find themselves down 9. Just a couple positions here and there that could have the Rebels right back in this one. But so far, the defenders are having none of it.
14 turnovers compared to 5 for the defenders here in the first half.
Sid the kid with the inbound. You see Shamar White, turnover. Here come the defenders. Daly, lob! Oh! That would have been a monster finish there by Nigel Jones.
The lob was just a little bit behind Nigel Jones. Had trouble controlling the ball.
Isaiah Thomas been hitting some key shots. What a pass to Shamar White. Big offensive rebound, what a block shot there. Here come the defenders, but Sidney Kidd stops that onslaught. That should have been an offensive foul, but instead, it's a boom for 3, and the Rebels cut into the lead. It's now 8 points.
Isaiah Thomas keeping the Rebels in the ball game here in the first half from behind the three-point arc.
Yes, another almost a turnover. Jones gets it to Farron Laureano. Farron Laureano missing there, but the second chance opportunities. Look at these defenders. They just want it. They want it more. Zul draws the foul, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Foul will be called on Matthew Young. And that will be Orange Walk first team foul here in the second quarter, as the defenders have already committed 3 team fouls here in the quarter.
First free throw is no good. TNC's version of slow motion for me. As the second free throw is good, lead is now 9. Isaiah Thomas, the IT technician, draws the foul, and he goes to the line.
Nigel Jones picking up his first foul here in the ball game, as we have 5:28 to go in the half.
Juan Cooper checking into the ball game as you see Miss Belize in the building.
Isaiah Thomas at the free throw line. First free throw is up, and it's good. With one more to go.
This has a beautiful stroke.
Thomas, a 75% free throw shooter in the 2020 NEBL season. Makes good on the second free throw.
Is it a lane violation? There was a call. Not sure if that free throw is good. The second one.
If it's against the Orange Walk Running Rebels, then the free throw will not count. But if it's against the defenders, then it shouldn't be a lane violation.
I'm not sure if it's an unsportsmanlike foul. More free throws coming for the Rebels.
So both free throws good, and Isaiah Thomas with one more makes good on the third free throw. And it will be defender's ball. So a technical foul was called against somebody from the defenders. And the Rebels right back in the ball game.
You cannot ask for a better perfect storm than what the Rebels are in right now. They are playing horrible basketball, but just find themselves down by 7. Daily Show short there. Ball left to go out of bounds by Sidney Kidd, and he will inbound.
Devin Daly leading all scorers here in the ballgame with 14 points to go along with 1 rebound.
Isaiah Thomas, good switch there. Isaiah Thomas, rainbow shots. The IT technician, Isaiah Thomas. And what a putback there on the other end by who else? Farron, tall and bearded Laureano.
Poor transition defense that time by the Orange Walk running Rebels, having the big man in the legs of Farron Laureano beating your guards down the floor. That should not happen.
What was that? I think Sidney Kidd baseline, foot was out of bounds. That is by Shamar White.
Isaiah Thomas with 17 points in the ball game to go along with 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 personal foul.
As you see, Kyle Young. He changed teams? Kyle Young in the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Zul. And we're still waiting for that 3-ball to get started for Kyle Young.
Rebound ripped out of the hand of Luther Page by Brian White.
Kyle Young gets it to Isaiah Thomas. What a bounce pass. And that's just easy telegraphing by a veteran player like Faron Laureano.
But he came over the back of Dajuan Cooper. Call with the foul. Cooper will be going to the free throw line as the defenders here over the limit. Orange walk with one team foul here in the second quarter. 4:23 to go, 4:29 to go in the half.
So see John Kelly in, Faron Laureano out.
Cooper first free throw is up and it's no good, and he's having a horrible night from the free throw line.
Yes. When you look at the stats, it's just not going to show a team that should be down by 6. More 16 or maybe even 26. But they're only down 5.
Cooper got the second free throw to go.
So, as they're swinging it around. Shot is no good, in and out, but the putback by Daly, and these defenders just relentless. Draws the foul. Daly loving it. Old school basketball. Flexing those muscles. The Daly Show.
Brian White need help on the defensive rebound. That time he fought against 3 defenders trying to get the defensive rebound, but it was Devin Daly who came up with the third offensive rebound, scored and completes the 3-point play.
Lead back up to 7. Isaiah Thomas gets it to Sid the Kid. Good fake reverse there. Sid the Kid to IT. Double team.
Quick double team by Devin Daly.
And that's good. Sid the Kid missing there. Ball out of bounds by Kyle Young. Ball back to the defenders.
Brian White with 5 points to go along with 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 personal fouls in the first half.
John Kelly up top to Zul for 3. Boom! Michael Zul for 3.
Michael Zul is just a smart player. Pick his spot, pick his time when he is going to shoot the ball. That time he was wide open from behind the arch and he nailed the money ball.
Jumper, no good there by Shamar White. It's not. Nigel Jones, as Coach Matty Smiling says, his crew, slow it down.
What was once a 5-point lead for the defender is now an 11-point lead.
And when you're playing bad basketball, this thing is just going to fluctuate. You know, they're not doing anything to really get back into the ball game in terms of trying to take a lead or at least a tie. You know, they find a way to go on a run, but then continue playing bad basketball, and then they just find themselves. And it's these dangerous passes. What a pass inside. The backdoor cutter by Brian White. And the lead is cut to single digits. Corner jumper from John Kelly. No good on another offensive rebound. John Kelly cutting to the basket, but another offensive rebound by DSP Luther Deshane Page.
For calling Michael Zul. And the Rebels just don't have the answer here in the first half of the defensive rebound. How to stop the onslaught of offensive rebounding by this defenders team here in the first half.
And it's just inexcusable and inexplainable how can a team that rebounds as well as the Rebels just getting dominated on the offensive glass in this ballgame.
When we look at the stat, we have Orange Walk Running Rebels with 17 rebounds compared to 15 for the defenders.
Well, how much offensive rebounds? That is the real story. Isaiah Thomas getting ready for the second free throw. And Thomas trying to get his own miss. Here comes the Daly Show. And that's out of bounds by Daly. Ball back to the defenders. Sorry, the Rebels.
Timeout. 2:32 remaining in the first half.